What's going on, Shady people? ShadyPenguinn here, and I'm here with a special kind of video. This is going to be in how to send eggs for Egglocke's videos. And if you do not know what an Egglocke is, I'm sure if you're watching this, you saw the announcement. I'm doing an Egglocke very soon, and basically an Egglocke is a Nuzlocke variant where you use eggs instead of catching your Pokemon. You catch Pokemon, you trade them in to hatch an egg, and the eggs are provided by none other than you guys, the subscribers, the Shady people, the best people in the world. And this can also be used for anyone that doesn't know how to send eggs. They want to do an Egglocke, and you want to refer people to this video. Basically, all I'm going to be doing in this video is showing you exactly how to send eggs to someone via an email, and that's what I need you guys to do if you want to participate in my first Egglocke and future Egglocks. So I'll probably keep using this video. I don't really know. Basically, what you got to do, you guys, right now, you're watching the video, and all you see is a crappy Windows desktop and no face cam, which is very weird, obviously. But the way I'm recording this, I can't do a face cam, unfortunately. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk through. If you go to the description box down below, you'll see the very first link is going to be a Pokegen. It's going to be, it's called Pokemon Generator. That's the program. If you follow that link, it'll bring you to a site where you can download Pokegen. That's the thing you're going to need to send eggs to me, and this is exactly what it looks like. Pokemon Generator 3.1.13. At least that's the version that's out right now, and it's probably going to be the last version. But basically what this does, it allows you to create Pokemon. This is what a lot of people refer to as genning, when you gen Pokemon. But you guys are going to be genning eggs, so we're going to take this step by step. You have this open right here, right? You have Pokegen open right here. The next thing I'm going to need you to do is open up your web browser, in case you closed it. And I'm going to size mine kind of like this so you guys can see both of them. And what I want you to do is I want you to go to a website called PokemonDB.net, and we're basically going to use this side by side in order to create an egg without fail. So focus your attention on the Pokemon Generator right here, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to see main. You're going to stay in the main tab with me for a little while. You're going to stay in there for a little while. Down PID you can completely ignore. Don't even worry about it. So don't even look at that. What you can do now is go down to species. Now this is where you're going to choose exactly the kind of Pokemon you want to send me. So for the sake of this video, we're going to choose none other than Delibird. So say you wanted to send me a Delibird. Then you would click Delibird. There you go. That's your species. Now, a couple things to note about the species, especially in my Egglocks, and I'm sure in most Egglocks, in case you're watching this for someone else. But you don't want to put anything in here, like you don't want to put Dugong, because Dugong doesn't hatch from an egg. You don't want to put Deoxys. Deoxys does not hatch from an egg. You want to make them as legitimate as possible. If a Pokemon cannot actually hatch from an egg, do not do it. For example, if you were should you put a Pikachu in an egg? No, you should put a Pichu, because a Pichu is what actually comes out of the egg, not the Pikachu. Should you put a Jigglypuff in an egg? No, because what actually comes out of the egg is an Igglybuff. Do you catch my drift? Can you put a Charmeleon or a Charizard in an egg? Absolutely not, because you need to put Charmander. So we're going to go with Delibird. As you can see, if it's a basic Pokemon with no evolutions or pre-evos, you put it in there. That's really what you do. That you put the most basic form of the Pokemon. Otherwise, when the user, myself, or anyone else that's doing an Egglocke hatches it, they're just going to release it and trade it in for a new egg, and you don't want that to happen. It's a sucky feeling. So that's going to be the species line. The next line you're going to tackle is the nickname line. Very simple. You're going to nickname it. I'm going to nickname this Flightless, because penguins, I don't know if they fly. I don't really know. But what you're going to want to do, if you want to nickname it, you're going to type your nickname, and you're going to hit this checkbox right there. If you don't want to nickname it, just leave that box blank. Don't even worry about it. Actually, what you should do is you should just type in exactly what you see above, Delibird. Type that in. That's perfect. But I do want a nickname, so I'm going to type in Flightless, and I'm going to hit that checkbox. Couple things to note about nicknames. One, don't nickname it the name of the Pokemon if you didn't want to, because the user's not going to realize. They're going to think you just didn't nickname it, and they're going to go ahead and nickname it whatever they want. Two, try not to make the nickname super obvious, because that takes away a little bit of the excitement from when your egg gets picked and you get to hatch it. So think of something creative. You want to use your own username for my Egglocks, that's totally fine. I love when I call my Pokemon after the Shady people. That's awesome. But that's something you want to avoid with nicknames. Also, for at least my Egglocks, try to avoid anything too obscene. Obviously, you guys know that I keep my channel clean. So you're going to want to leave the experience at 0 and the level at 1. The next thing you're going to have is nature. Now, I told you guys to go to Pokemon Database. Now, the next thing I want you to do is open up a new tab and just do Pokemon Natures. Just type that in. You're going to see you can actually see a Bulbapedia and a Pokemon DB. We're going to stick with Pokemon DB because that's what we're doing. So if you don't know anything about competitive Pokemon, you're not going to worry too much about this, but you should try to learn a little bit what natures do. Basically, natures, if you do not know, increase and decrease certain stats by 10%. So if you'll see right here, here's the whole chart, natures alphabetically, of exactly what they do. Actually, if you hover over this, you'll see the same exact thing. So with the Delibird, you usually want it to be a physical attacker. So I'm actually going to leave it adamant. But say I wanted it to be a defensive Pokemon with let's say we're going to have a Delibird that's physically defensive. So we would want to decrease we want to increase defense, and we'd want to decrease special attack because Delibirds don't use special attacks, they use physical attacks. So that's what you'd want, that's how you choose your nature. So I want this Delibird to be defensive, so I'm going to give it an impish nature. And whatever you want, just think about it. You can look at your Pokemon stats. What we're going to do actually right here is in Pokemon Database, we're going to pull up Delibird, which is exactly what you should do once you get to this point. Pull up the Delibird, and you'll see right now, you'll see its highest stats. You'll see its attack stat is 55, and its special attack stat is 65. So, interestingly enough, special attack is higher, but because of Delibird's ability, Hustle, which increases its physical attacks by 1.5 in exchange for some accuracy, that's why you usually use a physically defensive Delibird. So when you're on this page of Pokemon Database, once you've decided which Pokemon you want to use, the next thing you want to do, before we even get to nature, I apologize, after you nickname your Pokemon, go to your Pokemon Database and scroll down here. You'll see in other generations. Go to Generation 4. For this Egglocke specifically, I'm doing Storm Silver. If they were doing a different Egglocke, you would choose whatever generation that falls into, and I'm sure the person doing the Egglocke will let you know what generation it is. If you do not know, but you'll see the games come up right over here. So we're going to go to Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and here you go. We have all the moves, we have everything we need. I don't see abilities on here, which is interesting. Yeah, there's no abilities on here. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open up another tab. Wow, this is frustrating. But we're going to do it. We're going to open up another tab, and we're going to go to Cerebi. You can just, if you have Google Chrome, you can just type in Cerebi, Delibird, Heart Gold. And the first link that comes up, which will be this right here, will actually have the two abilities that it can learn, Vital Spirit and Hustle. Now that's important for you to know because once you've got your nature down, after you use this chart right here, once you've got your nature down, you're going to have to go for your ability because you're going to leave your held item as none, your happiness is 0 because it's not hatched yet, and you're going to choose your ability. We're going to give this Delibird Hustle. So that's one of its abilities, as you can see right here. So make sure whenever you choose an ability, you go to Cerebi, you go to that Pokemon's page, make sure you're under Generation 4, as you can see right here, because this is Storm Silver Egglocke, that's Generation 4. So you're going to want to make sure that the ability actually matches, otherwise it's going to be considered a bad egg and your user's not going to use it. So you don't want that to happen. So once you have that down, you can do Origin. What I suggest you do is just pick Soul Silver because for this lock, pick whatever game you're going to be doing. Whatever game your YouTuber, your favorite YouTuber, whoever you're watching is going to be doing. For me, I'm doing Storm Silver, so you pick Soul Silver. You're also going to want to have to check this box right here, Egg. Once you have that done, this page is pretty much done. You don't have to worry about anything else on this page. You can go over to Met. For Met, you're going to want to change, I don't know why it's at black and white too. I think you can actually leave all of this blank. Leave all of this blank. If you want, you can pick something. Like alright. Don't do anything crazy. You could do Chargestone Cave. It really doesn't matter. Here you also pick a Pokeball. I suggest just doing the regular standard Pokeball. You can do whatever you want. If you want to do an Ultra Ball, Master Ball, whatever. But you're also going to want to put 1. The reason why I don't think any of this matters is because, as you can see, this is checked off as an egg. It's still an egg, so technically it's not. It hasn't met anything yet. It hasn't met anything. So you shouldn't have to touch that at all. The next thing you're going to want to see is you're going to go to the Stats tab right here, and you're going to want to hit Randomize IVs. You can hit that as many times as you want, but please just randomize the IVs. Don't give me anything broken. I would prefer you don't give me max IVs, and I would prefer you don't give me completely 0 IVs. It's completely up to you, but if you can max those out, and then same thing with the EVs, you can hit that a couple times until you see what you like. There's no reason to max anything out, just because when you normally play a Pokemon game, you really don't EV train unless you're doing competitive, so we're just going to leave it like this. We're going to randomize, and that's going to be it. It's going to be done. Look at that, special attack 0. That's interesting. But next is the tab that most people will have the most trouble with. That gives Egglockers the hardest time for their users. So as you can see on this page for Pokemon Database, we're under Generation 4 Delibird. You'll go down here and you can see all the egg moves. You can't choose any of these move tutor moves. Do not choose any move tutor moves. And do not choose, I mean, it really, don't choose any of those. All you want to choose are right here, these egg moves, something that the Pokemon can be hatched with. So as you can see, we can learn Fake Out. So we're going to learn Fake Out. And basically all you do is you type in the move exactly how it looks on on Bulbapedia. You can see with Future Sight, I can actually learn Future Sight, and you can see if I don't space the word out, it stays red. But if I space it out, like Future Sight, it goes perfectly. We're going to give ourselves an Ice Shard. I don't know why we're giving us Future Sight. Do not give me a Future Sight, Delibird. We're going to go for Ice Punch. So we're going to have Stab, and actually I'm looking at his looking at the rest, and we're going to give him, you know, we're going to give him Future Sight. No, we're not. Let's give him Rapid Spin. We'll make him a spinner. That's great. If I could spell, that would be fantastic. But now you'll see that all those moves, as long as they're not red, that means you type them correctly. And make sure you only choose moves as you see right here from the egg move section of your Pokemon database for whatever Pokemon you're going to do. So I accidentally just slid up. Now, it'll let you put in other moves like Razor Leaf, but we know Delibird cannot learn Razor Leaf. So please do not do that, because honestly, when I hatch that egg, or anyone hatches that egg, they're just going to release it. So don't do that. At this point, you don't have to worry about this last tab. That will automatically be filled in for the game. So the very next thing, once you have all of that filled out, all you're going to do is you're going to click File. You're going to do Save Pokemon from Tabs right here. And you're going to name this whatever you want. You can save it to your desktop. Click on your desktop right here. And then you can name it, I'm going to name mine Delibird. Well, actually, I'm just going to name it Flightless, because you don't want to tell me what Pokemon it is in the name file. Don't tell me. Just do the nickname or do your username. Do not tell me which Pokemon it is unless you just didn't. Even if you didn't nickname it, if you did not nickname it, this is very important. Save it as your username on YouTube. That would be great. Or save it as your nickname. I'm going to save it as my nickname. So I'm going to hit save, and you're going to see right over here, I'm going to drag it over here. Here's flightless.pokemon, and all you have to do is email me this file right here. I'm not going to go into my own email account, but basically you're going to email ShadyPenguinn Egglocke at gmail.com. If that's not the correct email, check in the description. It'll be down there what you have to do. But that's basically as simple as it is to send me eggs. For my Egglocke, I'm not going to actually tell you what date is going to be in this video, but in my other video that I released alongside of this one, I will let you know. I think I'm only leaving 4 days for eggs, because I know there's going to be a lot of you guys and a lot of eggs, so I want to just kind of compress it. I was going to do a full week, but there's really no point, because I think all the boxes are going to get filled up relatively fast in a couple days. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this video was helpful and you worked your way through it. If you have any questions, you can hit me up on Twitter. I can try to respond to you as soon as I can, but you know, sometimes it's crazy with all you guys. I love you guys, but there's so many of you, so it's hard to get to all you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, rating, and share this video for anyone that needs to learn how to send eggs. Have yourselves a good day, but above all else, keep it shady.